This is Smoking Out the Closet. Now, here are your hosts.
Hi, I'm Rayven. I use she, her pronouns.
Hi, I'm Asmodeus. I use they, them pronouns.
Welcome back to another episode of
Smoking Out the Closet.
For those of you who are new or just joining us, we are a queer podcast
Pun intended.
that talks about cannabis,
The LGBT community,
and everything in between.
and beyond.
So welcome.
Welcome.
Okay, before we get into the review, can we bring up what we just talked about?
So, our cat, Phineas, he's currently sniffing the microphone, has twitchy cat syndrome, unofficially diagnosed because he just always is like cleaning himself and is like really neurotic about like cleaning his butt and his backside. And I'm like, well, maybe I should just make him little pants, right? And just get him Build-A-Bear pants and cut the butt out. And then you said,
yes, with chaps
for the cat.
Oh.
I mean, essentially.
I can tell this strain is really good because I'm very fucking giggly. Do you want to introduce the strain
Yes.
you picked this week?
So, I chose Blue Haze from Verano. It is at 25.32% THCA and has a decent amount of CBGA in it, which is cool. It's 2.21%. THC is 0.79%. And then I'm bopping on over to the terps. Caryophyllene at 0.450%. Myrcene at 0.143. You got limonene at 0.187. You got humulene at 0.123. And everything else is under... Oh, you got limonene. I said it. Did I say limonene?
No, I don't
0.187%. I think I did. And everything else is under 0.1%. But this is nice. Like, you pop it open, right? And there's still a lot of the sugar leaf on there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, Verano does advertise that they're hand trimmed. I don't know how much of that is accurate, but
it looks like their trimmer took a nap. But other than that, I got a good picture of it. It looks nice. It's kind of scrunchy, but like it smokes well.
It was fucking sticky.
Oh yeah, I could hear that grinder sticking over there. Of course, also that grinder needs cleaned.
Yeah. Also, it didn't help that I was grinding to the Wii Shop menu theme.
Yeah. Because we were like, what music do we want? We weren't feeling lo-fi, and I was like, Nintendo music. Head empty Nintendo music.
Mm-hmm. What would you rate it?
I think a 420. I really like it.
I agree. 420 as well.
To me, I wish it lasted a little bit longer, like the high of it.
I'm so fucking high. I can still fucking feel it.
I'm coming down a little bit from the high part, but I still feel like the medicated effects. I'm still calm and like relaxed and chill and stuff, you know?
And I mean, for a blue haze, it's nice. I mean, I'm not saying blue haze is bad, but you know, it's not as popular as its slightly redder cousin, purple haze.
That's just because Jimi Hendrix liked that one better.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I like it. 420. Verano, you did a good job. Which is weird to say.
Yeah.
Because I usually don't like their products very much. But you did a good job. You're getting better. I think you just had to get in the market a little bit more.
Yeah, like the actual... Because like they advertise like, oh, we got growers from California. And I'm like, that doesn't really matter if, you know, you're growing in PA because the soil composition is different from Florida or from California.
They're cool. Your growers are from California, but they can grow in California.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you can grow in PA because everything's different.
Beast. Yeah. Sunlight, air quality, temperature,
moisture, pests.
Hell, they're fucking growing indoors. So I mean, like, what does it fucking matter? You know?
Yeah.
This week, and I'm actually surprised we haven't actually talked about this before. We did a deep episode on terpenes. But I wanted to do a little bit of a discussion on cannabinoids today.
Okay.
Because I was explaining to a patient I was helping and kind of talking to them about it. I'm using the wheel that's in a lot of different like online and resources and books.
Mm-hmm.
This one specifically from Cannanigma. So there's been a couple that we found, but we don't know the effects of it yet. like CBL, I believe. This is also from last year, so I don't know if like there's been stuff added to it. I know we recently discovered CBL, and we're still trying to figure out. But we got THCV, THC. Doesn't even have THCA on here, so I'm guessing it's just the same effect as THC. CBC, CBD, CBN, CBG, and CBDV. And CBGV, which I don't see that in flower. I see CBG and CBGA. I don't see CBGV.
No.
So I'm guessing that's kind of all the same as well. If anyone who's an expert on this or knows a bit more, please leave a message in our little messaging system or tweet at us or hit us up on Instagram, and we'll actually read what you state on this, because we are by no means experts. We just use it and sell it.
Yeah.
So I guess we should start with like THCV, which boasts anti-inflammatory, pain relief, anticonvulsant, and appetite suppressant. I usually remember that one because the V points down for the appetite suppressant.
Yeah.
THC, I guess / THCA, because when you heat it up, the A drops.
Yeah.
Anyway. But pain desensitizer, anti-inflammatory, itch reliever.
Interesting.
Antioxidant, neuroprotective, bronchodilator, mood regulator, appetite stimulant, sedative, antispasmodic, and pain reliever. I'm not too sure about the antioxidant unless you're eating. I guess eating it.
Yeah.
But like itch reliever and bronchodilator, really?
Is that why you cough more, and also like a combination of the smoke or vapor or whatever is like you're opening your airways. I don't know, because I don't feel like I can breathe better after I smoke.
True, but there also is THC infused inhalers in some other states.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm wondering if that has anything to do with it in the delivery method?
Possibly.
Huh.
If anybody who's listening has any of that kind of stuff in your state, let us know.
Yeah,
how
I'd
that
love
works.
to see that. Then we go to CBC, which is anti-inflammatory, pain desensitizer, pain reliever. CBD, which is pain desensitizer, anti-anxiety, pain reliever, antidepressant, immunosuppressant, neuroprotective, antipsychotic, antioxidant, and anti-inflammatory. So this is how someone described CBG to me. It's a cannabinoid that's an inhibitor with the endocannabinoid system. So like THC hits the inhibitor for the C1 receptor, but CBD ends up blocking a lot of different receptors.
Okay.
And is kind of just blocking it, so like pain system doesn't feel there, anxiety, whatever the opposite of serotonin and dopamine is, the hormone that helps you have anxiety.
Adrenaline?
Is that what it is?
Adrenaline does play a lot in anxiety, because anxiety plays on your fight or flight system, like your fight or flight response, and it gives you levels of adrenaline. And also cortisol is your stress hormone, which is also released.
That's the one I was thinking of, cortisol.
Okay.
But yeah, like it blocks that from being received. I don't know how much is in weight of that, but then again, we don't know a whole heck of a lot with the endocannabinoid system. A lot of it is just theory still, because we haven't had enough tests and everything available to do anything.
Yeah, because it's still federally legal.
Yeah. CBN, which THC and veg basically turns into when cannabis sits for a while, which is why, a lot of weed back in the day made people sleepy, because they would sit on it for a bit, because, how hard it was to get. CBN is sedative, anticonvulsive, anti-inflammatory, antibiotic, and anti-MRSA. What the fuck is MRSA? You looking it up?
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Oh, like MRSA? Like the virus?
It just says MRSA.
Yeah, MRSA. Methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus is a group of gram-positive bacteria that are genetically distinct from other strains of Staphylococcus aureus. It's responsible for several difficult-to-treat infections in humans. It's caused more than 100,000 deaths attributed to antimicrobial resistance in 2019. Yeah.
Oh, fun.
MRSA.
What is MRSA
It's
cause?
staph. It's staph.
Oh, it's a staph infection. Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's neato.
It's a very special kind of staph infection that's very hard to treat.
CBG, which is a pain reliever, anti-inflammatory, muscle relaxant, antiarrhythmic. Is that what that says?
Yeah, antiarrhythmic.
What does that mean?
I'm not quite sure.
Antifungal, anti-carcinogenic, which I know that one. Antidepressant and anti-hypertensive. Hypertensive is like with your heart, right?
Yeah, when you have hypertension, you have a high heart rate.
Okay, that's what I thought, because I tried explaining someone that I'm hypertendon. Because my tendons aren't as strong as most people, so I can bend a little more.
You're hypermobile.
Yeah.
Antiarrhythmics are medications to prevent and treat abnormal heartbeats.
Oh.
So an arrhythmia is an irregular heartbeat.
That's what I was thinking. It had something to do with that, but I wasn't sure. CBDV is anticonvulsive, and what's that one?
Antiemetic. It makes it so that you don't throw up. And the cis is vomiting.
Oh. We're learning today, everybody.
I only know this because I have a slight medical background history, and some of this is just medical jargon.
Yeah, because you wanted to be a phlebotomist?
Yeah, I wanted to draw people's blood.
And then CBGV is anti-inflammatory, anti-carcinogenic, and pain relief. So I thought it was a little neato. I wanted to bring that up because, like, we're getting more and more range of ingestibles in PA, and there's talk of edibles coming to market and everything. And some capsules and tinctures have THC and another cannabinoid. So I wanted to bring that up because, terpenes aren't easily digested. Most of them just kind of burn off in the stomach. And so most of the effects you get with ingestibles is with cannabinoids. And there's just not a whole lot of information out there for patients, I feel like, here in PA with ingestibles.
Yeah.
So, and another thing I found is the doctors, a lot of the times, don't really explain a whole heck of a lot when they're certifying people. They kind of just leave it to the dispensary folks.
Yeah, which, unfortunate, like, that should be part of your job to, inform people, at least give them a pamphlet, something, give them anything, send them an email about stuff, send them a link to frickin' Leafly, for frick's sake.
Send them a link to our podcast.
Yeah, something. So these poor people know something when they come into these dispensaries.
Is there any topics you want to bring up?
Yes. Sorry, I got sucked into watching my lava lamp.
Yeah, you're good. Got chill vibes in the studio today, aka our living room.
Yeah, I was also thinking I should probably turn that off. It looks kind of hot. But I have several articles that I wanted to bring up today. So, let's see. Where do we want to begin?
I have one.
Well, here, let's bring up, since I was just here when we talked about this last episode.
Mm-hmm.
In Ohio, there is an article from Fox 8, which is their local news station in Ohio, in Columbus specifically. And this article is 2 ways that recreational marijuana could soon be legal in Ohio. Hold on, there's a stupid car ad. There we go. New bipartisan legislation introduced by 2 state lawmakers from Northeast Ohio will legalize adult recreational use of cannabis in the state. And at the ballot box on this November, Ohio's voters may be able to decide whether to regulate marijuana like alcohol. Next section is called, We're Falling Behind. Adult cannabis use has been legalized in 23 states, D.C. and Guam, and 38 states have approved cannabis for medical use, including Ohio. The time has come to legalize it for recreation in Ohio. said State Representative Casey Winston of Hudson, Democrat 34th, who is leading, or District 34. Is that District 34 if there's a dash in between it? I get confused when I read political stuff.
I think so.
Okay. Of Hudson District 34, who led the state house effort for adult cannabis use, along with a Lake Country Republican. I think when you look at the state and the nation on this policy, we've reached a tipping point, or maybe even past the tipping point, he told Fox 8 News. The majority of Americans are on the cusp of living in decriminalized or legalized states, and we have a robust medical marijuana program in Ohio that's been going for several years and growing. This gives us an opportunity to look around the nation at states that have moved ahead to take the best practices, avoid pitfalls as we've done in the legislation. And it goes on to talk about the bill.
All the legal jargon.
All the legal jargon and shit. If you're over 21, you'd be able to cultivate, purchase, and possess cannabis.
Ooh.
Up to 50 grams of marijuana, a little more than an ounce and a half, and no more than 8 grams of concentrate. Allowed to keep up to 6 plants at home. No more of which the 3 can be mature and flowering. 10% sales tax on products, which is low considering everybody else.
Well, not everyone else.
But people over on the East Coast states. What's New Jersey's 6%. Tax? 6?
Yeah. A couple states are 6 out here. I feel like California, ironically, has the highest because of, the whole state, county, city issues, from what I've heard.
The revenues will fund K through 12 education communities that are homes to dispensaries, efforts to combat chemical dependence and illegal drug trafficking in Ohio's general fund.
Interesting.
They would also allow for the expungement of past convictions of nonviolent, low-level marijuana cultivation and possession offenses, easing the strain on law enforcement and the judicial system. Only convictions for possessing up to 5 ounces of marijuana or 15 grams of solid extract or hashish or up to 12 plants would qualify for expungement.
Okay. Well, I wish it was a little more, to be honest. It's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Here's my thing, though. And I honestly am very surprised of what I'm about to say. Good job, Ohio.
Yeah, good job.
I mean, honestly, treat it like alcohol. A lot of people online, ourselves included, have been saying it. Treat it like alcohol. If you're gonna, do this, and you want regulations and everything, people make their own alcohol at home. No issues. You can sell it in small batches. No issues. Once you hit a certain point, you need a permit.
Yeah.
But if you're saying, hey, I made this bottle of mead and my friend wants it and he paid me $12, or something like that, that's still technically legal. But you're right, we should treat it like alcohol.
Now, I will throw in the caveat because we have talked about this on the show. Not the way that Pennsylvania treats alcohol.
No.
Not that way. But the way that...
Well, the way they treat beer is what I'm thinking specifically.
The way they treat beer, not hard liquor.
Yeah. The way they treat beer and wine, you can go in a fucking gas station and be like, yeah, I'm picking up a Heineken or something. I don't know. It's the first beer that came to mind.
Tall boy of something for dinner. I don't know.
Yeah, But, honestly, we should. I would rather see it like we treated tomatoes. Or tomato, however you pronounce it.
What do you mean about tomato? What?
You can go to Walmart and buy a pack of, cannabis seeds.
Go get them.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Yeah, and then you can go, grab it and it's there. You know what I mean?
Hey, I just gotta run to the grocery store and get it.
But I don't think government's gonna allow it to be that free.
No, definitely not.
So, I mean, but, we should treat it like alcohol. At least how beer is for our Pennsylvania listeners. Now, I will say, Ohio is very weird with their measurements, and if they do go rec, or when they do go rec, I should say, their measurements I feel like need to be closer to the standard, because I'm actually going to pull this up so I can actually. I mean, we talked about it before.
How weird their fucking measurements are. Their quote unquote standard of measurement for their medical program is fucking nuts. We're closer to Ohio than we are New Jersey or Michigan or Maryland.
Yeah, that's also the sad part. But also, If Ohio goes rec before us, I'm gonna be fucking mad.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna be so pissed. Like, come on, Pennsylvania. It's fucking Ohio.
Okay. Okay, so their vapes are pretty much the standard of half gram to full gram. They also got they have edibles in Ohio.
What?
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like they have actual full ass gummies, chocolates.
Too bad we can't go over there with our med cards.
Right. Where the fuck is flour? Come on, I just want flour. Give me thank you. Okay, so their eighths are quote unquote 2.83 grams. Then they have their 7 grams isn't even 7 grams, it's 5.66. And then it goes up to 14.15 grams.
That's the closest out of all of them, but that's still really fucking irritating. Why would you not just do normal shit? Ohio, why do you gotta try to be special?
A lot of it is because Ohio is controlled by their medical like their medical program is controlled by the pharmaceutical board.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the biggest reason, to be honest. But that being said, I don't know other than why. Like it's got to be something with like how pharmaceuticals are measured. But then again, the pharmacist that works at my dispensary can't make heads or tails of it either.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
Look, Ohio's weird. They put chili on spaghetti. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know a lot of you who live in Ohio like Skyline chili. No. Or three-way chili from Skyline. No. It's fucking weird. I've had it. It's not good chili.
Ohio chili is not good chili. I used to date somebody who lived in Ohio for most of his life, and he's like, I make the best Skyline chili. And I'm like, if this is the best that Skyline chili can be, I don't like it. Rayven made better chili. I told him that too to his face. He was very upset. I was like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Your chili sucks.
That's because I grew up in the South.
Southern chili
Now,
is so much better than Ohio chili.
If you threw Southern chili on spaghetti,
yes.
I think that'd be good. It just needs some kick. It needs some flavor.
Spices. If you're not
seasoning,
if you're not sneezing, it ain't seasoned.
I love that. A quick little update. Thanks to Tom Engel from Marijuana Moment, in the newsletter that was published 3 days ago. Federal cannabis rescheduling update.
I was talking about this at work the other day.
Health and Human Services Secretary Xavier Becerra told Marijuana Moment that his department and the Department of Justice are aiming to complete a review of cannabis federal scheduling status by the end of, quote, this year. The Senate Intelligence Committee approved legislation to protect applicants at the CIA, NSA, and other agencies from being denied security clearances solely because of past marijuana use.
Nice. So wait, can I work for the CIA then?
Do you really want to work for the CIA?
No, I just thought it was funny. I just thought it was a funny joke. I was trying to be funny. Wait, this means I can live in my dream of working for the CIA and smoking weed.
Oh my god. If you work for the CIA, every alarm that goes off is gonna be fucking the American Dad theme song.
Good morning, USA! I'm sorry, continue.
No, you're good. You're good. I just wanted to bring that up because that's so far as all the update we have on it.
Yeah.
About it. It was just basically, hey, we are planning to get it the status by basically December.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, that's cool, man. Can we have it sooner? But I mean, I guess that'd be a cool present for, like, you know what? Fuck, it's federally legal.
I think there's something I want to allude to. if you want something that's coming up real fucking close, you better listen close to this article we're coming up with next. Probably after the break, because we're about that time. But man, is this next article the line for that's coming up real close, and I'm kind of excited. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
just a little bit.
Well, we have a moment before the break, and it's something quick and fast. Want to remind our listeners that we are raising money for Proud Haven to help support those in the LGBT community, young and old, here in the Pittsburgh area, who are facing homelessness or home insecurity. We are trying to raise at least $1,000, but we want to definitely be higher. That link to the PayPal is in the show notes, and it'll be until August 12th. Or, no, sorry, July 12th. Next month. And then also we have that message system, so if you want to leave us messages or anything, that is automatically added to the show notes. And the Shopify is around the corner. I just finished making the proper stencil for our t-shirts that we're going to sell. They are going to be made to order t-shirts, so it is going to take time.
Similar to the one I'm wearing right now, even though you can't see it. It is on our podcast Instagram.
Yeah, that was the prototype. So I kind of fixed it up, got better materials, because I realized I was using the wrong type of material. But they are going to be made to order, and we are getting stickers upgraded, so they're going to be waterproof and laminated. So keep an eye out for that. And is there anything else you wanted to add about the podcast stuff?
I don't think so.
Okay, I can't think of anything else. I feel like there's something else I want to say, but I can't think of it.
That's okay. It happens.
Well, I guess we should head over to our break.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and we are back.
Woo!
Oh, I did remember a thing that I wanted to say. I remember a big thing. The Best of Pittsburgh is running the city paper, Pittsburgh City Paper is running its Best of Pittsburgh this year. And I'll put the link to it in the show notes. Please vote and support a lot of the local businesses you like and enjoy. One thing that'd be very sweet, and for us, is if we ended up getting nominated for that. Voting for that is up until the 25th of next month, and it would be very appreciated if you guys did that for us. It'd be really cool. Even just kind of get our name more out there, because we are Pittsburgh based. We've been doing most of the show at this point in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And we're not leaving. I mean, we might go other places to do specials and stuff, but we're not leaving Pittsburgh. This is our home now.
Yeah.
And then also the MJ Awards is happening, and there is a Best Cannabis Podcast. And it is in Colorado, I believe, for the awards. And it'd be really cool just to be nominated for that as well. So definitely we'll put that in the show notes. Also on Instagram, or on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, if you listen on both of those, it'd be really cool if you guys gave us a rating. And kind of just boosted our podcast there. Because we are in kind of society and culture. So it's kind of a lesser viewed genre of podcasts. But that's it. That's all the extra stuff now.
All the housekeeping.
I do apologize for that.
Housekeeping.
Carry on.
So, Maryland.
Yes.
Going a little farther south now. Our other bordering neighbor.
The land of Old Bay.
Is glossing. Going to be revamping their cannabis laws starting July the 1st.
Ooh, that's real soon.
The first part of this article, excuse me, describes Maryland law in effect until July the 1st of this year. To read about Maryland's cannabis laws in effect after July the 1st will be on the second part of the article. So Maryland has voted to legalize some amount of cannabis use and possession. Under the enabling legislation, adults 21 and older may possess, use, and grow cannabis. Additionally, marijuana is now referred to as cannabis by Maryland laws. Cannabis possession and use became legal on July 1st of 2023. Penalties in possession for small amounts. Before the 1st of July, possession of small amounts of cannabis or cannabis products is still illegal and carries civil penalties. Beginning on January 1st of 2023, civil penalties for possession under the new law are divided into 2 tiers based on amount of possession. Personal use is up to 1.5 ounces of cannabis, 12 grams of concentrate, or products containing up to 750 milligrams of strength Delta-9 THC, and a penalty is a fine of up to $100. So they don't even have Delta-9 down there.
Wait, what?
The Delta-9 THC, that's Delta-8 I'm thinking of. I keep getting those two confused.
Yeah, Delta-8 is typically from hemp, and Delta-9 is what's in weed.
Okay. That was basically going over possession laws.
Okay.
Up to how much this, that, the next that you can get in trouble for. And then there's also whatever the hell civil use is, more than 1.5 ounces, but less than 2.5 ounces of cannabis, more than 12 grams, but less than 20 grams of concentrate. Cannabis products containing more than 750 milligrams, but less than 1,250 strength Delta-9 THC. And that's a fine of up to $250.
So that's like if you're not a medical patient, basically.
Yeah. Police must issue citations for use and possession of personal use or civil amount use of cannabis. Because citations are not classified as crimes, possessions of the personal use or civil use amounts does not result in arrest, jail time, or a criminal record. If citation is issued to a person younger than 21, the court must summon the person for trial and order drug treatment. Possession of more than the civil use amount of cannabis or cannabis products qualifies as a criminal misdemeanor.
That's lame.
Yeah.
So we're going to legalize it, but you can't have more...
No. This is what's right now until the 1st.
Oh, right now.
Right now until the 1st of July.
Gotcha. Okay,
this is until the end of Pride. You can't... This is what you got.
Until we go to the Wrath Month.
It is... It is better, however, that it's only a citation and not just instant jail time.
True.
And then individuals incarcerated for marijuana possession may apply for resentencing. Courts must grant applications for resentencing and resentence the person to time served. If the person is not serving another sentence, they must be released from incarceration.
Nice.
From January 1st of this year until June 30th, 23, possession of small amounts of cannabis or cannabis products is still legal, carries civil penalties as described below. And on the 1st of July, possession and use of small amounts of cannabis and cannabis products will be legal. After July the 1st. So this is the second half of the article of what we are going... So this is where they're at right now. And after July the 1st, we're going to go visit. And this is what the laws are down there.
Yeah, we're going to definitely visit.
After July the 1st of 23, an adult over the age of 21 can legally possess up to the following amounts. Up to 1.5 ounces of cannabis, 12 grams of concentrated cannabis, cannabis products containing up to 750 milligrams of Delta-9 THC, or up to 2 cannabis plants.
Okay, so you grow cannabis plants, but the amount you're allowed to have didn't change.
No.
That's dumb.
Possession in excess of above amounts can be punishable by civil or criminal penalties, depending on the amount in question. Civil use possession is still the same. The 1.5 ounces to 2.5 ounces of cannabis, 12 grams to 20 grams of concentrate, 750 to 1250 strength Delta-9, and it's fine up to $250.
That's dumb. They don't limit how much alcohol you can have in your house.
No, they don't.
And that's fucking dumb.
They'll also be allowed to grow up to 2 cannabis plants starting July the 1st. They must be out of public view and secured so they are not accessible by unauthorized individuals or individuals under the age of 21. No more than 2 cannabis plants can be grown per residence, regardless of the number of adults who reside in the residence. Additionally, cannabis plants may be only grown on a property owned by the grower with the consent of the property owner. Still would not allow you to sell it. Selling without a license is a criminal misdemeanor, up to 3 years imprisonment or fined of $5,000.
I'm not gonna lie.
You can give it to a friend, though.
Yeah.
Another adult, 21 years of age or older, after July the 1st. The shared amount must not exceed the amount defined as personal use, and no money other than remuneration can be exchanged for the cannabis.
Is a remuneration basically paying for supplies?
Yes, I believe so. Money paid for work or service. So you're not paying for the plant, you're paying for their service.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's I'm not gonna lie, Maryland, that's kind of fucking stupid.
You also can't smoke in public places. It's a civil offense, and you can be fined up to $250 for your first offense. Subsequent fines will be up to $500.
If it's a fine, it's not illegal for the rich.
Yeah. The law also prohibits the driver from smoking cannabis in motor vehicles. Yes, expungement is going to happen, but it won't be automatic. The new law allows individuals convicted of marijuana possession under Criminal Law 5-601 to request an expungement after a successful completion of the sentence. So you still have to serve your time, and then they'll get it taken off your record for you.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah. The law also prohibits Maryland judiciary case search database from displaying records where marijuana possession under Criminal Law 5-601 was the only charge.
Okay, Maryland, we gotta have a talk here.
You're doing it, but you're not doing it quite right.
And you said you wanted to do it right, and you're dropping the ball.
You're not doing it right.
Okay, but here, also give me this. This is something as you as a Pennsylvanian and me as a Virginian can agree on. Y'all can't fucking drive.
No, you can't.
And now you're fucking up weed.
Yep.
No offense to any of our fucking Maryland listeners. But okay, but like seriously though, like why? This is like, oh, we're gonna have a festival based around the Chesapeake Bay blue crab. I mean, those tiny ass little fuckers ain't worth it. Don't get me wrong, I like crab as much as the next person, but I don't want to crack open 12 crabs just to get freaking satisfied.
Not whenever you can crack open a big like snow crab leg and just be good.
True, but also price does make it a thing.
Yeah.
But still, like,
but still, you could go down to Maryland and smoke weed and eat crabs. But you can't smoke weed in your car or in the parking lot of the restaurant.
Or the restaurant.
Or the restaurant.
Or the beach.
Yeah. I wonder if then they might have, like, cannabis-friendly hotels pop up along the boardwalk. Because, you know, the boardwalk doesn't let you smoke anything on there.
Yeah. Wait, really?
Yeah, I got screamed at one time I was down there and hit my vape on the boardwalk. Like, you can't do that. I'm like, why? I'm outside. They'll tell me what I can do when I'm outside.
I don't know, man. Maryland's weird.
Yeah.
But nice beaches on the bay, I will say that.
Yeah.
I will say that.
I like walking down the boardwalk.
Way better than Virginia Beach. I will give Maryland that. Way better than Virginia Beach. At least you don't dump shit in there. Literally. Yeah, I never really got why everyone in Pennsylvania was like, oh, we're going to go to Ocean City, Maryland. I'm like, why? Just drive 4 more hours in your Nag's Head. That's what I did. We didn't go to Maryland. We went to Nag's Head.
It's an extra 4 hours that a lot of people don't want to drive.
You know, fair.
Myself included. That's a long drive. Somebody else can drive that for me.
I guess just the way I grew up going between Mississippi and Pennsylvania for Christmas just kind of broke that mentality for me.
You also didn't have to drive it.
Yeah, but I was still in the car the entire time.
I don't know if I've ever had a road trip up until, like, being an adult that was over, like, 2 hours. No, I did. I went down to North Carolina as a kid, and it was horrible.
Didn't you also go to Colorado?
Bored. Well, yeah, but until I was, like, older. I was, like, 18 at the time when we went to Colorado. That was fucking horrible, too. I was so bored.
Oh, wait, you said as an adult.
Yeah.
Oh.
Until I was an adult, the longest trip I had was like North Carolina, and that was just fun. That was rough. And then going to Colorado and then back in the car was horrible. I mean, if I had a different situation, maybe I would want to do that again. If I could sleep in the car and like have a bed in the back or something.
You mean like mom and dad's car?
Or just like my car and you just blow up a mattress and throw it back there.
True, we could do that.
And just drive out there. But like 13-passenger vans are large and hard to drive on interstates.
It's hard to drive in general, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're just very blocky and hard to drive.
Do you have another article?
I don't think so. I believe that was it.
What's that?
I thought that was it. Oh, no, I did have another one that I just found right before the podcast started. Hold on. I just remembered. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. There it is. Okay. Wait. Nope. That's the wrong one. Here we go. All right, so Pennsylvania is doing some cool stuff, though.
Oh?
Not cannabis-wise,
Oh, damn.
but LGBTQ-wise.
Oh, yeah, the other half of our podcast.
The other half of the podcast. Pennsylvania, this was from CBS News, CBS 3 from Philadelphia. Pennsylvania state legislature aims to broaden LGBTQ protections with House Bill 319. Two bills are making their way through PA state legislature involving the LGBTQ community, with two very different perspectives. In recent polling, 90% of Democrats and 66% of Republicans support extending anti-discrimination laws to the LGBTQ community. However, that's still not the case in Pennsylvania, but it could change with a bill that has just passed State House. This bill does not simply enshrine the same non-discrimination protection that people already have on the basis of race or sex, to also cover sexuality as well, the LGBTQ plus community. State Representative Jessica Benham, the co-chair of the LGBTQ Equality Caucus, said, "So, it doesn't create any new rights or special privileges, just brings another group of people under the umbrella of those protections." Benham, who is bisexual, is optimistic that the Republican-controlled Senate will act on this bill. "I would love to live in a state where I'm protected from discrimination in housing and employment," Benham said. While this bill moves in the legislature, other bills on transgender rights in sports, bathroom use, teaching, library, and parental rights are being introduced in PA, including a stronger version of Florida's Don't Say Gay bill that would prohibit discussion of sexuality and gender identity in grades K through 5.
That's not going to pass.
It's not. I can tell you that right now.
And a lot of them in other states have been actually being blocked and shut down.
Yeah. Tom Wolf's not going to let that go through.
Wolf?
Is he still?
No, Shapiro's in charge now. Yeah, Fetterman and Shapiro won't let that pass.
Fuck no. I'm sorry. What year is this? I dropped off a little bit. I'm sorry. Gosh.
That weed's still hitting you.
It must be something. But those are the times when kids should be talking about reading and learning how to write colors, letters, and stuff like that, said Aaron Bernstein. This is not the time to be talking about sexual type things with children, specifically about their parental consent. First of all, that's not what this is about. It's just about who you are as a person.
Yeah.
And children are never too young to start to understand who they are as a person.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, they're like, oh, we need to have them we need to have them focus on how to read and write. It was the same thing when a lot of people said when they first desegregated schools. That's been a saying for a while. The thing is, when you're talking about the learning how to read and write, you're talking about K through 5 at the latest. And most of the times those books are just going to be Johnny lived at home with his parents. Johnny had 2 dads. Johnny liked to play
baseball,
pretend, or baseball,
or whatever.
Yeah, and then that's it. That's all it is in the book. It just happens to say he has 2 dads.
Yeah,
or 2 moms, or 2 non-binary parents. That's all it's fucking gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really get into the complexities until you hit to the part where you talk about sex ed, which is middle school.
Yeah.
Fucking people are dumb. Anyway, is there more to that article?
Yeah. Bernstein said is a co-sponsor of House Bill 319 on parental rights and education, said conversations about sexuality belong at home, not in schools, and he said these bills are not anti-gay.
The fuck they aren't.
The fuck they aren't. You're literally saying don't talk about this. You're literally saying, without saying don't say gay, you're saying don't say gay. It is literally being compared in this article to the don't say gay in Florida, and that sounds a lot like the don't say gay.
Mm-hmm.
This is just not going to fly up here. And he goes on to say, this isn't straight or gay, black or white, or any other type of issue. This is an issue making sure the most vulnerable citizens are protected from those who may intend to do them harm. Then kill the pedophiles! And, the fucking... do something about the school shooters. This is not the issue that you need to be focused on right now.
LGBT... queer people aren't hurting your kids by existing, by being told stories that they exist. They're not hurting anybody.
No. It's just all the same. This is literally the rest of the article is the same argument. Okay. It's the same bullshit that I've heard since I was in middle school of we don't want this in school because you might catch the gay, or it might be seen as something being bad or derogative, or the article I just said, the fucking hypocritical right wing, you need to, we're all about protecting the kids.
It's the same shit they've been spewing since the 60s and 70s about LGBT people. It's the same exact crap.
I'm tired of it.
Write some new material, alright?
It's time for a new set list. Who are you? Fucking,
The lady that got pied back in the 70s? What was her fucking name?
I was thinking of what's his nuts with the puppets. Who are you, Jeff Dunham? You have the same set since 2010. And this one's just longer. This has been the same set since fucking forever. Since gay people, since the straights realized that we exist.
Anita Bryant is what I was thinking of.
Okay.
She was an active don't let homosexuals be in school or anything like that. And she got pied in the face.
Good.
By a cream pie. Like very cartoony level, just
good. Yeah, that's what I had to talk about.
Crap, there was something else I wanted to talk about, and I can't remember. Boo-ba-doo-ba-doo.
I'm sorry, baby.
No, you're good.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry about that noise. I hate uppies.
I
can't stop thinking about chocolate. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Like, we were going to Walmart for K-tape, and now I want chocolate.
Oh, there goes my hat.
Whoops.
Brain, I swear to God, this freaking blue haze. It's still messing with my brain.
It's hazy up there. Rayven, it's hazy outside. Rayven, that's fog.
Hey, when the Canadians wildfire smoke came down here, we were all making jokes like that. It's fucking hazy as shit outside.
It was hazy as shit outside. Holy god dang. Do you hear other parts of the state, or as of like this weekend, are still under those orange and red alerts?
Yeah.
Is that like York County-ish area?
Oh, I remember what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
As a recording, it's fucking Father's Day.
No, it's fucking Father's Day.
So happy Father's Day to all the dads out there.
Well, no, it'll be belated Father's Day because it's coming out the Tuesday after.
Yes.
And if you forgot it was Father's Day, I'm not going to do that. If you forgot it was Father's Day, shame on you. No. If you forgot it was Father's Day, it's honestly, it's okay. You're fine.
But I'm saying happy Father's Day to all the trans dads out there.
Yeah.
All the gay dads, all the dads who are just dads to furry ones.
Yeah.
Or fish or birds,
Or spiders or snakes.
Whichever you have. You dad's your pets.
Yes.
I hope you all have a wonderful time. I feel like there's something else I wanted to talk about too, and I can't just freaking remember. Gosh, this freaking strain. Oh, I was thinking Beyond Hello, the dispensary in the PA that's also in a couple other states, but apparently they started here in PA.
Interesting.
Under the parent company Jushi Holdings, had a lot of pride stuff on their website, and was talking about how, we've said this a lot on our podcast about how California went medical thanks to a lot of the activism that was done by LGBTQIA plus people at the time. And I was like, okay, cool. And I remembered Beyond Hello has the Philly flag in their logo, which is the one with people of color, black and brown, and then the pride flag, which I don't know why that's called Philly flag, other than it was commissioned by the city of Philadelphia itself to be made.
That's probably why it's called that.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if they're actually queer owned. If the CEO, I can't find anything on how the CEO identifies or what. So if anybody who works for Beyond Hello, Jushi, or is a higher up for Jushi, hit us up. I would love to talk about that, or if anyone knows, Because I would love to see if you guys are actually being either good allies or queer owned, or if you're just doing a rainbow capitalism.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember what they said when we talked to them at Pride.
I can't remember.
Or not Pride.
Cannafest.
Yeah.
That was almost your eyeball.
Yeah, I know.
Now for the weird noises section of the podcast.
Yeah, I can't honestly think of anything else today.
If we want to fill time, I can talk about spiders.
No, I think we're good. I think we're good. You just want to have a short episode this week?
Yeah, that works with me.
Alrighty. Well, once again, my name is Rayven. I use she, her pronouns.
I'm Asmodeus. I use they, them pronouns.
And this has been another episode of
Smoking Out the Closet.
Bye.
Bye.